Taken care of. Stop the music. Okay.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Gamescon game. This is going to be now the first game of playoffs that I'm casting. It's going to be For What, even though I'm pretty sure it's NLD versus Empire of Trolls. We saw them play earlier this season. I guess is the best thing to call it. And I want to say this is the game that went, I want to say 19 minutes. I could be wrong. Empire Trolls going with the same ban they usually do first, which has been Invoker. And I see NLD taking this a little bit serious, banning out the Treant Protector, kind of a hero that they personally don't like. And Empire Trolls banning out the OD, which I want to say was the hero that Confessor picked. Joining me today is Daredevil or Tyler, whichever one he wants to go by today.
I'll go by Tyler.
You're gonna go by Tyler, okay. So Tyler's joining me. So it's gonna be kind of like a Jimmy situation, except Jimmy doesn't have a handle.
Jimmy is just Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was talking about. Like, when he joined me, I was like, why do you go by Jimmy? Like, you don't have anything you want to go by? And he was like, nah, I don't have any use for that. Also reminds me I want to turn down some game sounds.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
Empire Trolls first pick, Crystal Maiden. Pretty solid first pick support.
Yeah, I mean, you can go jungle. You can also babysit if you need to. Give mana to your whole team. It's not bad.
It's safe support, you know. Your lane's not doing well, she can at least help the carry, or if your lane's doing really well, she can just back out and go to the jungle, get some farm.
Do you think she's been picked up a little bit more ever since they included her ags, or do you think it's maybe just the talents that made her like, or as reworked her ags, or ever since talents were introduced? Because like, I mean, I feel like I've seen her picked a lot more, whereas before it's kind of like one of those heroes that was too squishy and just got bullied a lot. So you kind of avoided it unless you really needed it.
I think it just has to do with talents, because her ag is really situational, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's always good, personally. Just
it's good, but the main problem is they have to be in it for 2.5 seconds for them to get rooted, right? So if they have like some type of ranged stun, like you're most likely not going to root anybody. Unless you have like a glimmer and they don't have detection, which I wouldn't, you know, bank them not having detection for a 4.2k item pickup.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a glimmer, right?
Yeah. Now this is actually interesting. This is a first. I won't say first time I think I've seen Lifestealer picked in this entire tournament. It's usually been like either in the first ban wave or second ban wave.
Dire team ban.
Or people banned out the heroes that Lifestealer typically would go inside of. Like Slardar, I think I saw a Sand King for one game. One team for some reason banned out Lifestealer after the other team had like picked up a Tidehunter and some other heroes. Like, I don't really think of Tidehunter as being a taxi. No,
I mean, he does pick up Blink, right?
Yeah,
most
but I
people
mean,
are going back first, but
I think typically you'd rather have like another hero blink in, like let's say like Slardar, right? Like blink in, stun, and then have Lifestealer pop out, and then when they start going on the Lifestealer, then you have the Ravage, right?
Well, especially a hero with a stun that's not on a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah.
That isn't his ultimate, you know?
Yeah.
But I wondered how they're going to do this, because they have a Pudge and a Wyvern, and Darkseer, so they don't really have a taxi for the Lifestealer other than like a surge Pudge.
Blink, yeah, blink, or a Blink Darkseer even, right?
Yeah, but then the main problem is, like, if he misses the vacuum, how are you gonna...
Yeah. Now, I mean, here's the thing though, right? Pudge could get a blink. I mean, he could just blink an ulti. I don't think it's the best choice, but I mean, you could do it.
Well, it's just very odd considering there's no Slardar ban, there's no Centaur ban, there's nothing
keeping
banned.
them from having a dedicated taxi. Now the good thing here is NLD has picked up pretty much so far every hero can stop the Crystal Maiden ulti. Like Lifestealer can just rage and beat the crap out of her if he really cares, unless she has a Glimmer Cape, obviously. I mean, Darkseer can vacuum, Pudge can hook or ulti, Winter Wyvern can ulti. So
the main thing is they have a lot of ways of stopping it, even if she does get a Glimmer or a BKB.
Now I guess one of the things that NLD needs to be wary of though is like the Sand King. You know, like if Wyvern decides, hey, I'm gonna save my teammate, let me just casually, you know, freeze them here, and Sand King's nearby. You know, he might just ulti, right? And then blink on that target.
Well, I feel like the Wyvern was just picked to counter the Legion. You duel somebody, you just cold embrace them.
and either she loses or she. Well, I think either it's stalemate or she loses at that point, right? Just because of the duration of it.
Not to mention, Empire of Trolls doesn't really have a whole lot of burst damage. They have the Sand King stun and Crystal Maiden Q, and they're both not like Alina ulti. Like it's not like a Laguna. Right now their burst is pretty lacking. They pick up a Zeus.
Turn to ban.
That's.
I feel like it's a really weird pickup because if that's a Zeus mid, like they're probably just gonna pick a mid for BTK that will do decently well against Zeus.
You just go Pugna, right?
Yeah, he'll just kill himself on the ward. Pugna can just make it so
he can't
dies
use an ability
every team fight. And the Pugna's like really good here. They have a lot of like large mana cost abilities, so the ward will do a lot more damage. You can decrep Legion, or pretty much just decrep Legion. I'm pretty sure decrep Legion here, because if you decrep your teammate, they most likely die still.
Well, yeah. But I mean, that's the thing, right? You can just Winter Wyvern. That's another thing with Winter Wyvern. You can just, heal the person that's getting dueled. They don't take physical damage, right? So then that works. You don't have much to worry about. I'm kind of curious. What do you think? Honestly, I think the Storm ban was actually kind of weird. Thinking about it. I don't think BTK is playing Storm very often or at all.
I don't think that really matters. I think BTK can probably play anything, but it's the fact that they have Crystal Maiden W, so he can't zip when he's rooted. You have Sand King stun. You also have a duel. Like Storm doesn't want to go first item Lincoln. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously Storm can like pick off Zeus and Crystal Maiden pretty easily, but I feel if they have decent positioning, like I don't think that would be a problem.
Yeah. Now the good thing though, with the EoT draft, they did go get the Chaos Knight, and that's one of those heroes I feel like it's kind of underrated. Like a lot of teams won't pick it, and I think the only problem they're gonna have though is if you don't kill that Wyvern quick, you're just gonna have every single CK destroying whoever's next to him, right? Or even he might end killing himself if you know which one's the real one, right?
Yeah, I don't really like Chaos Knight Ranger.
I think it's a good way to round off their draft because they are missing some physical damage, right? Like Legion's gonna eventually get damage via duel, but she's not, let's say like she falls behind, right? Or can't win duels, like then she's forced to buy damage items that she won't want to get.
Well, my main thing is right now they don't really have a farming core
is this a
at
mid
all.
Pudge? No, it's a mid Underlord. What in the world? This might be a first. This is a first. I'm certain this is a first.
I have never seen mid Underlord before.
I don't know how well this goes for the mid matchup. Like it's good to go versus a CK, and you can move your team wherever you need to go. Technically, he could get a blink, and he could somehow be the taxi. But yeah, this is. I almost feel like this is a close your eyes and pick something draft, just because of like looking at the heroes. It's really weird. Does this W stop channeled spells? I know it roots, but I can't remember if it interrupts.
I'm pretty sure it does. It stops TPs, right? So
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it should. I haven't played him much. Oh, what? What is this? Now it's Cole that's on the Underlord, and BTK's on Darkseer
mid.
I'm certain it's not a Darkseer mid, especially versus a Zeus. But don't get me started. It could be anything
we'll see.
At this point. Yeah, for one of this could be a Midwinter Wyvern.
Yeah, I think I favor, even though the draft is really weird, I think I favor NLD's draft still. Because the CK into Wyvern's really weird, on top of the fact that they don't have a farming core. Like, CK's going to want to fight, Legion's going to get Blink and want to fight, Zeus isn't going to be farming all game. So, like, if they lose their laning stage, I'm pretty sure they just lose the game.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, right? Like, they just want to fight, and so they need to win early fights for this really to count. But at the same time, I mean, NLD doesn't exactly... I mean, I say Lifestealer, right? They really don't have a farming core, but I feel like once he gets level 6, he's probably gonna want to try to get some kills as well.
Well, the main thing with this game is it falls a lot on Lifestealer to carry the game. If he doesn't have a good laning stage, I don't know how well they'll do. Because right now they have an Underlord mid and a Darkseer offlane. That's not the carry cores at all. Darkseer is just like set up for team fights, and Underlord is your taxi to get out of them.
Sorry, I am totally not paying attention because I was too busy watching him dance. Because he uses rage, he's gonna try to walk away. Oh, that actually kind of caught me off guard. That was a little scary. I was too busy doing the one thing you don't do. You know, do the not the portrait. What do they call it? Whatever used to be the I button when you're in game to like zoom in on a person. I was too busy paying attention to the live streamer doing that.
That's what classic Nasco play, just running in and
basically, I mean, just buy time, make them waste mana, right? Oh, but that hook is gonna come out. I don't think they get the kill though. I think they just make him use a little bit of regen. You know, he has the tangos in the south. It is looking like a cold mid, by the way. He has 2 shared tangos, and poor man's shield, and 2 GG branches for that double regen.
Yeah, it is the Underlord cold mid, which is very unusual considering he's normally their offlane player.
I guess just because they don't have Karima support.
Yeah.
So they have Shen and who else? And Faraz. And I guess, yeah, Faraz only plays support as far as I know. I mean, he can play core in like pubs, but I don't think I've ever seen him at a pro game pick it.
So, it's an aggro try, CK, Sand King, and Maiden.
That's kind of, I feel like, the only thing they can afford to do, right? Legion...
But I feel like you're aggro trying into a Wyvern and a Lifestealer, so all he has to do is rage and get put under. And
well, I was say,
they can't do any damage to him.
The main thing is they want to like slow down Lifestealer's farm as much as possible. And, you know, once CK gets crit, you know, he can actually fight really as much as he really wants. You know, and in the case of something like this, right? If you go on the Wyvern, what does Wyvern do? Oh, that hook though, gonna save him.
Hook to save though.
Yeah. Honestly, that was gonna be our first blood. So now it's kind of bad for EoT. They gotta get out of there. I mean, if Pudge had like a mango or something like that, he could probably throw another hook and get an easy kill.
Not to mention the trade-off is like really bad. Like Wyvern just salves, but look how much health they all lost.
Yep.
So they all have to use salves. Like they all have salves, but like you're using 3 salves for the price of 1 on a Wyvern support.
Yeah. So not exactly the best try. I think if they had gotten that kill, I would have been okay with it, right? But the hook by Faraz gotta save them. Meanwhile, Darkseer doing pretty good. Actually, him and Legion are about tied. Surprisingly, Zeus is falling behind. I don't know if it's just maybe because it's early level or whatnot. Or really early in the game. But like, he's used all his mana. I don't know doing what. Like, I don't know if he just missed the last hits, like, conveniently.
I'm very surprised that they would pick Legion and CK against the Darkseer, just because no matter who you put in that lane, they're not gonna win.
Right?
No, they're just gonna take a ton of damage from Iron Shell.
Well, Legion does okay. I think maybe she should.
She will definitely do better than CK just because of the built-in regen, but I don't think it's enough. Like it's 2 minutes and a half in, and she has no regen left.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like she kind of maybe needed an early press the attack. But I don't know. I mean, BTK just gonna run her down. Just poke at her. The little soft punch. I feel like they need to change Darkseer's sound file, by the way, because that punch sounds annoying, right? Like when I'm playing him, I feel like I'm not doing anything, even if I take the damage talent for whatever reason. Even though I think I've only done it once. And then, you know, when you're getting hit by it, you don't really feel like it's very dangerous. Gotta come out.
Bottom lane.
Oh, 2-second stun though, but he's still getting slowed. I don't think there's an open wounds available. No, there's not, because he has the feast.
Yeah, and hook's on cooldown for 5 seconds.
Yeah, so he'll make it out. I didn't see who the... I guess because it's level 1 Splinter Blast. Because I was like, I feel like it didn't hit the Sand King. But it may have just been because I wasn't, you know, like I said, it's level 1, so it probably didn't do that much damage. Zeus has his bottle. He got an early bottle, so he's doing slightly better now.
Open wounds on the CK. That's a big stun on to Pudge.
Yeah, but I mean, CK gonna be the first to go down. Also, did he taunt before he killed him there?
I did not
I heard the sound. I heard the sound. It was definitely what it was.
Oh, Crystal Maiden getting hooked.
Yep.
Pull back.
I think she was actually even a little confused when she went down,
dead.
but I think just going to Sand King, honestly. I don't think you go on the Maiden. Oh, yeah.
Maiden just barely gets out there.
But I think Sand King,
HP.
Sand King had lower HP, and meanwhile we missed BTK going top, getting that kill. Shen actually gonna die now. But yeah, I mean, I guess CK coming back there, good save there. I guess it really didn't matter which hero they went on, Sand King having his Sandstorm, but I think it's just because he had less HP. And I think Wyvern still had one more attack anyway. That it might have been slightly better.
Crystal Main just barely got out of it. If Pudge right-clicked after the hook, I feel like they would have got that kill.
Yeah.
Well, they would have. He had 12 HP left, but...
What is... BTK bought something, and then he sold it. And then he went back to go get a Helm of Iron Will, because he's going, Veil now.
Maybe boots or something.
It was like 900 though, right? So like maybe the booster?
Yeah, maybe.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out what this Lifestealer is doing. He's just going like underneath the tower, taunting as his creeps kind of die. Meanwhile, Cole getting his bottle, boots, clarity all at the same time. He's doing extremely well for himself. I mean, 41 and 12.
He's also holding 3 skill points.
I think it's because like he doesn't have a reason to. I think it's because he doesn't want to get Pit of Malice, right? But he doesn't want to push his wave with the
Atrophy.
Aura.
Yep.
So he'll just hold on to the skill points as long as he needs to, and then I think when the first team fight happens, he'll just like spam Control E.
Yeah. Not to mention leveling Atrophy Aura against Zeus really won't do anything. He's not really right-clicking.
Well, it's mostly for the creeps, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? You don't want to push your wave, and it's not going to do anything to Zeus. He's just going to use Q to last it. So.
Hold on, Faraz getting in position, trying to figure out where he wants to throw the hook, if he wants to throw the hook. The end of day decides to back out. Let's see.
Right now, their aggro try really doesn't seem to be paying off at all. Like, the CK has 12 last hits, and they only have 1 kill, and they just lose Sand King there. They're going to lose Maiden as well.
As if they're not careful, they might end up losing CK as well. They have hook up in 1 second. Oh, okay. If he had landed that hook, I think he was guaranteed dead, by the way. He might have gotten away. I don't know. The Splinter Blast.
I don't think they should stay in this lane. I think they should rotate CK somewhere else. Be it put him top or.
Well, I almost think they sacked the bottom lane. And
I was gonna say you could even put him mid and tell Zeus to go bottom. Like Underlord's not gonna kill him. Hopefully, he'll at least get more farm than what's happening here.
Yeah. But my only problem though is if Zeus gets hooked, Zeus is dead, right?
Yeah, but if CK gets hooked, he
at least
most
has
likely
stun,
dead as well.
right? He has something. But yeah, my only thing is I think maybe they should take maybe just 2 people. I mean, like CK and Crystal Maiden, and put them top, and just put like Legion on the jungle or something, right? Like Legion's not getting much out of this lane either. Like she just hit level 6 not too long ago, and she's getting walked down. But I mean, Crystal Maiden's here to kind of maybe save the day, freeze if you need to. But I mean, Crystal Maiden's only level 2, right?
I think this is a very hard kill for top.
Oh, but look at bottom lane. They actually hooked the Sand King. They didn't realize they actually got it, but they killed the CK in the meantime.
Yeah, I think they either have to create space on the map somehow for CK or rotate him to a different lane.
Yeah. Now, I think it's actually gotten to the point in the game where Zeus does pretty well against the Underlord now, because I mean he has 3 points in his W, and he actually made him go use his shrine. I mean he's gonna use his own as well, but only because he was out of mana.
Also, he opted for maxing Pit early. He didn't actually get 1 level in Atrophy.
Okay. So like I said, maybe he was just holding on for it until like he thought he could get a kill. Not entirely sure.
Nasco's gonna rage buyback here a little bit.
Not a little bit. You mean completely?
Yeah,
I just see how he died. I was typically trying to figure out what was going on with mid with the 2 shrines. The race for the Invis rune, and luckily Underlord managed to get it.
Pick it up.
With the heal, he's pretty much guaranteed to be fine. They don't have any detection on them, except for Zeus, who actually ran, which I think is interesting.
They're actually going to go on Sand King. They pull him back, but he's just going to Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Neither team had detection.
I mean, he's just going to rot. I think it's fine.
Full starts ulti.
Oh,
they actually might. They're going to kill CK.
No, just a little early. Oh, okay, they got it. But unfortunately,
it will pull it back. It is a 1-for-1, but even though they get less gold from the CK than the Pudge kill, it is still worth. But Confessor will fall. Yeah,
only because of the ulti, right? Because I mean, he was walking down the Legion Commander as if it was nothing. But actually, a lot of people coming out with low HP here. I mean, Sand King obviously almost all died. We saw that. BTK was chasing the Legion. You know, that happened. I think Lifestealer now just kind of wants to be left alone. He's level 6. He should survive as long as he has a creep to hop into.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped
CK only being
away.
level 5 himself. Now, do you think it's a little weird that CK didn't pick up like an early level of crit, like at all?
It's not a very good crit early. Like level 1 crit only increases your damage by 25%, and that's at a 12% chance to crit. The lifesteal's nice, but I don't think it's good enough to survive anything.
Well, I was gonna say though, right? Like, I mean, I guess it's not good. I think you'd rather have like the minus armor against a lifestealer, or at that time what was like Wyvern and Pudge, both of which are low armored heroes.
Even if the armor reduction didn't increase that much, like it's just the fact that it drops to a second cooldown, right?
Yeah.
Compared to an 18. That's the really good thing about it. I'm still not convinced of the CK pick though, because like all Lifestealer has to do is rage and walk away from you. Like it doesn't pierce spell immunity.
They got the hook onto the Legion Commander. She's actually gonna pop her press the attack. I don't think she's gonna. Obviously, she's not gonna duel. She's surrounded. Like she's gonna try to get this Pudge and then maybe run away. But at this point, now she's just
gonna walk her down.
Vacuum was kind of bad, but luckily Cole there to kind of save the day. I don't think Wall would have helped them there. But good kill overall. But
it's a good kill, yeah.
I feel like it was kind of a lot used at the same time, though, right? Like the smoke happened, and that didn't guarantee them the kill. And then, like I said, you know, I think Cole was maybe on his way up there anyway. For like a worst comes to worst situation.
Cole can be anywhere on the map right now. He has travels and his ulti 20.
Okay.
So I guess what they're wanting the Underlord is just to be a force on the map, so then they can create space for whoever needs space at that point in the time. So right now, Lifestealer.
Now CK was pinging something in the bottom lane. I don't know quite what. Like he just literally pinged just the lane straight out. Maybe they're trying to wrap around to mid. I can only imagine, because you know Underlord just took the tower, so he is a little far up. Crystal Maiden gonna get blown up. I caught like the front end of that and like looked off at the end because I wanted to see what they were doing over here. Fortunately, CK too slow. Who got phase boots?
Phase boots and opted not to get his ulti at 6, which is pretty normal.
Weird.
But I feel the phase boots is very odd.
Okay. So
especially because they're not really against any type of like, you know, Nature's Prophet or a Chen or Enchantress even.
Yeah.
Like, they're not against anything that can block it very easily. I guess maybe the Pudge Rot is what he's thinking of. Get away from them, but I don't think it's worth it.
Now, you were actually talking about before, you don't like the CK pick right now because they haven't done much with it. I'm actually not a fan of this Legion pick because she didn't have any dual damage. Like, she had the chance to maybe get some just now. But then Zeus, like, well, BTK surged into the jungle, like, over in this area. Well, over here.
Well, I think the main reason why the Legion pick isn't incredible is they have a lot of control. So even if Legion, like, is trying to get a duel off, he can get vacuumed, he can get hooked, and even if he does get the duel off, they have open wounds, they have Pudge ulti to stop her from hitting, they have vacuum to pull him back, same with Hook, and they also have, as I said, Wyvern's abilities.
Yep. They are going to try to go on Nasco, though. The Hook to come out, got to get the, who is that? The CK. So CK may go down here. Wyvern's getting frozen in place, though, doesn't have level 6. So it's just going to be a lot of people with low HP. Zeus doesn't have ulti to try to get some of these kills, but he's going to kill the Pudge on the back end there. Meanwhile, Simplicity going to channel that ulti, but now he's just kind of like stuck, right? And he doesn't have any Sandstorm. Zeus kind of doing what he's doing, but he's almost out of mana. Sand King could have gave him mana before he died there, and that would have been a lot better. He might have been able to turn around and maybe kill the Wyvern. But instead, it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Legion just kind of sit there like, hey, I was here in the fight too. I didn't do anything, but at least I was there.
2-for-1 trade for a 4th position and a second position for a, what, 4th? Yep.
Yeah. BTK gonna take that top tower. Meanwhile, Nasco just goes here and finish farming a little bit. He's actually going for Ag's first item. What do you think of that? Okay, he's just gonna put the Pudge inside of him, right?
Yeah, they're gonna pull Pudge in, and then they can also be anywhere on the map. Because what will happen is they'll pull Pudge in, they'll jump into Underlord, and they'll just TP somewhere on the map.
Now, fight going down bottom, kind of a slight misplay coming out by the Legion.
Wyvern ulti.
I mean, it's something, right?
It was good to hold Legion in place, hold them all in place to kind of reset, but it doesn't seem to be paying off.
Well, I was gonna say, slight misplay by the Legion, though. I mean, they do end up getting 2 kills, and the Legion actually ended up dying, so like a 2-for-1 trade going the opposite direction now. Legion saw the Underlord TPing in, and she could have just queued. there was a bunch of creeps there, and she would have killed the creep, and that way Underlord couldn't have came. Now they did end up killing him, so it worked out, right? It, it worked out. But my thing is, like, let's say the fight had gone bad, I think I would have like pinged out my Legion, been like, why didn't you just like queue the wave, so that this would have been a lot easier. Because I mean, Lifestealer did get away with a little bit of his HP, but only because of the attribute, or I would like to credit at least a little bit, even though it's only level, well, it was level 1 at the time. Or maybe it was level 2, I'm not sure. When I looked at it in the middle of the fight, I thought it was only level 1. But also, I think it's funny at Lifestealer, he's just hanging around. I mean, like, they can honestly kill that creep, and he's kind of in trouble, right? Like,
yeah,
oh, he's just gonna fight it out, that's why. Yeah, I think he should have left. He's betting on the Wyvern to heal him. Or
Wyvern can't heal.
Dying, yeah.
Double kill.
Underlord go to TP in, maybe try to get some cleanup.
I think it's a bit of a misplay.
Oh, he brought in the whole team. Okay. But they don't know that Simplicity underneath the tower, like just kind of chilling out over there. He has a TP. He just TP out.
I think they want to fight bottom. He still has ulti on Sand King.
Well, he has to back up again, I should say, right?
Yep.
Because it came out in the other fight. Meanwhile, even though this will be 5 minutes in the past, our star player Kareem has finally awoken to watch his team not struggle. I don't want to say struggle, but maybe not perform to their optimum without him. Meanwhile, Cole over here trying to. Oh boy, that was kind of.
Cole get pulled in. Oh, that hook is really good though. Yeah. If they can kill the CK before.
Yeah, it's worth it. I mean, it's their mid, but I mean, Nasco's.
They can just keep fighting. That look canceled the sandstorm.
Now
Nasco's gonna get frozen up.
He has
needs to jump.
Though.
Yep. The jump inside a creep, the damage, and the heal.
He actually has open wounds up.
He'll just rage and run at the Zeus.
I think he should open wounds him. It's probably the best choice. I don't know why he wasn't doing it before.
I think he didn't want to get fogged.
And oh, that hook got interrupted. I mean, I don't know if it was slightly off, but I mean, it surely didn't help.
Dropping of items.
Echo Saber, you know?
Yeah, he's gonna take that damage, Talon. I mean, I feel like it's actually good this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good. I mean,
they only have right now one right clicker. Technically, Darkseer with the Echo Saber does do like 135 damage per right click, so it's not that bad.
That's before he takes the 120 damage talent, right?
Yep.
Because he's not going, you know, like your mech, your blink, your pipe. You know, I don't think he's gonna get the HP regen either. Just a little playful hook that come out there. Meanwhile, what's Winter Wyvern doing? What's Shen? Jen, what you up to? He didn't ward. He was just kind of there. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Underlord maybe gonna go down. They took 2K with them at least. Yeah,
Underlord will go down though.
Yeah, well, they had to commit a Crystal Maiden ulti to that, right? Which means they can't use it if they have another fight that comes up anytime soon.
I feel like Crystal Maiden ulti's worth it though, because it was just gonna stay off cooldown anyway. Like, I don't think they had a chance in the next like 2 minutes to use it.
Well, I mean, Zeus ulti's up, right? And Sand King ulti. I mean, it wouldn't be bad if they tried.
But on top of it, you're giving 629 gold to Crystal Maiden, and then you also just gave Legion her first duel of the game.
Was it actually? Yeah, it is. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's worth it. You kind of get some momentum going for the Legion. Just taking a look around here. Sand King about halfway to his blink. Zeus going for a Force Staff first, even though
which is odd. Most Zeuses go Aether Lens or Blink.
Yeah.
After the Veil.
My thing is, you think Force Staff is good versus?
It's decent against Pudge and Lifestealer. I guess it's okay against Underlord as well because of Pit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think like a Blink or maybe Aether Lens would have been better, just for the positioning.
I think you could also try to Force Staff someone out of the Underlord ulti, like they're trying to get away, like last minute.
Yeah. That too, but I don't think that's one of the main reasons why he's buying it.
Shen gonna go down. They look like they're starting to turn it around a little bit, you know. But
Open Wounds used on Zeus.
So where's he at? Okay, but there you go. Meanwhile,
Zeus is gonna walk into Pit of Malice. That Sand King ult is gonna
Sand
hit
King
nobody.
walked into it. Like, he should have known it was there, right? Like, but yeah, kind of interesting thing going out. Open Wounds was up, but he didn't have a chance to use it. I think Crystal Maiden might be the only other casualty here. She's trying to walk it off. They're gonna commit the Open Wounds to that.
CK's gonna try and kill Cole, but it's not doing anything. Yeah. Like, he's level 4 Atrophy Aura and a lot of armor.
Now, what did Cole TP into? I didn't see, because he came in like over around like this area, and he walked back. I didn't think the creep wave was that far up. I thought it was only like maybe like here.
Might have been. I did not see.
Yeah. But I mean, good fight for NLD, or for what, whichever one you want to call them for this game, officially known as NLD. Pudge opted, by the way, to get the Hood of Defiance. Not finishing the pipe. He's gonna go 8th Inlands next, and then I imagine maybe backpedal or maybe get a blink or a 4-staff or something like that.
I feel the pipe pick or the Hood pipe pickup is really good here, just because of the Zeus. You're like a very tanky hero, so you don't want to take a lot of damage from static field when he uses abilities.
And Cole just bought an interesting item, by the way. He has a Helm of the Dominator, and he dominated the Alpha Wolf. Now it's good he got the Alpha Wolf early. You know, so now he'll be reducing all the other damage from the other team by increasing his own.
I think the Dominator is actually fine. It'll give you some HP regen, makes you harder to kill.
Yeah.
At the same time, attack speed on what is looking to be like a carry Underlord, which is very weird, but it's obviously working.
Well, I was gonna say, how do you feel about him taking?
On top of that, they want to push, right? I feel like it's good just because you only have one ability that does damage.
Yeah.
On top of that, I don't think he's gonna be building a Dagon or any type of item that does damage, like so he won't benefit from the 12% spell damage increase.
No, I don't know if you saw it, but that was their first. Oh, the hook coming out from a dead Pudge. That was their first usage of the Ags on with the Pudge, and it kind of didn't turn out so well. I mean, it was going well killing the Legion, but ultimately, like, too many. I would say too many people were really there. I mean, like I said, you know, the stuns that we talked about, EoT having kind of coming into play there. You know, having the stun on CK. If you get unlucky, it's the 4-second stun, so you can't do anything. Meanwhile, Sand King with his, you know, his good stun, Crystal Maiden froze. Didn't commit the ulti. I don't know if she had it up quite yet.
Blink Dagger on Sand King.
Yeah.
Chaos Knight seems to be going Echo Saber. That may be an Orchid, but
if that's an Orchid, I think we just stop casting this game, dude.
I wouldn't.
But
think
then
that's
again, I mean, he would normally be done with the Echo Saber,
right? On top of weird item pickups.
Okay,
it's
Echo Saber. He just bought the Ogre Club. What were you about to say?
Legion didn't go Blink. She went Blade Mail first item.
I think she probably felt she had to, right? Because she. Well, I mean, Blink would have allowed her to maybe get away, because some of the deaths she's had is just because the other heroes are just too slow, or she gets open wounds and then gets hit. But they're doing a lot, like I said, they're doing a lot of team fighting early. And they kind of have been focusing her first.
Well, but the thing is, I think your job in this game as Legion is to just blink onto the Wyvern, ulti, and stop her from using ultimate or heal on somebody. So then your CK could just, you know, run at them. Same with Sand King.
But yeah, I mean,
so a Wyvern ulti would really disrupt like a team fight here.
Yeah, I was like, let's be honest though, this whole game has been kind of some weird choices. Darkseer actually sitting at top of the net worth. I didn't actually realize that had happened at any point in time during the game.
So they've jumped into the Prowler creep, and they have Pudge and Lifestealer jumping onto Zeus. Zeus will get Glimmer Cape up and Force Staff himself away. He should be fine. I mean, I don't know.
They're gonna get out.
Okay, Duel was used, but they did break it with the range.
So I mean, that was a good save though. I almost think they actually maybe could have won that fight. I don't know, because CK was coming over from like the side, like over in this area.
I think the main problem was they didn't have Infest up on Lifestealer. It was still down.
Yeah.
Right now, with Darkseer's items, he's pretty much unkillable and he does a lot of damage. I don't know how Dire's gonna deal with it. As I said before, their only burst damage really comes from Zeus, and I'm pretty sure Darkseer can just run Zeus down at this point.
Yeah, if he really wants to. I mean, especially with the Echo Saber, I mean, he really doesn't fear anything. Now, I just took a look at the net worth chart, and it's staying about a steady 10k in favor of NLD. But the experience actually like went up to 10k, then kind of dropped just for those last couple of fights in that one where they lost 4 people. So it doesn't look EoT's quite out of it yet. I think they just need to get like one good team fight together, like another one. Maybe get some good items. Like Legion is going for the blink now, but like you said, it may have been a little late. Like in this case right here, right? Like Blade Mill's doing nothing for her.
Yeah, Blade Mill will not help
use
you.
it. So kind of like a wasted item.
I also feel like she was just out of position there. Like, I don't even know if a blink would have helped. Unless he blinked away before.
I didn't know you could heal the Ancient Creep with Cold Embrace.
I guess you can. It does work on Magic Immune. It does work on Magic Immune heroes, so I'm assuming it would work on
CK got to use his ulti, but he kind of did it into the Q.
And all of his illusions are gone already.
Immediately.
Wyvern's just gonna heal himself up.
Yeah.
That is gonna be a tanking ulti, but he will get instantly stunned by the.
He got the Wyvern. He may get Cole here too. Nope.
Although the Golem is just hitting them all and running them down.
All that HP. Dude.
I don't think they have enough physical damage other than CK to deal with the Lysealer strategy.
Well, the main problem though was like we said, right? CK uses ultimate right into the Q. They all immediately died. And then like Legion doesn't have any damage right now, so it definitely wasn't good. I don't know quite what Zeus thinks he's gonna do here. He's just gonna get vacuumed. He's gonna get slowed as well.
Run down.
Lyser gonna let the Pudge out just to grab the Legion. No duel coming out here today. Oh, but he missed the hook. Maybe he can just rot it.
Zeus will die. They'll pop a shrine.
Life Stealer. I thought he was gonna absorb the Pudge again.
Legion will just walk away, go to regen, but I don't think she can defend.
Yeah.
Even with Chaos Knight up,
What is Chaos Knight doing? Oh,
he's
wow.
He's gonna TP in, and he's gonna get
saved, dude. 4-second stun, pretty much nullified there.
I think Lysealer might have been able to go back in there, but
I don't think he wanted
Sand King
to.
being up, they're just gonna jump back into another Ancient Creep.
They're picking it out too. Oh, what? Okay.
I think they did want to keep going in. Okay. You realize farming is a lot easier when you're not inside of a Golem.
But you know, he's going the Radiant strat, so this is literally gonna be one of the things that they just don't kill the Golem. He's just gonna run at you. Now
a Golem that is surged and has Ion Shell on it.
What I was gonna say, right? Like he can go Boots of Travel and like S and Y after he gets this, right? So he just has like the maximum speed.
I think he'll go S and Y, but I don't know if he'll get travels instantly after.
Okay.
I feel like Surge is enough, right? Like you get Surge, you have 7 seconds of max movement speed.
Yeah. Now, this has to be so boring for the Pudge player. Like he literally does nothing until he's like, "I'm about to eject you." But at the same time, I guess not much you really need to do, right? Like the hook's been okay this game. It was good for a lot of early kills. But I think it's kind of at the point now where like his rot will be a lot more beneficial, especially if this game goes long enough and he gets to level 25. I'm sure he takes the rot damage over the
yeah, definitely.
Oh wow, Legion just getting like, this bothers me because Legion had the Blade Mail up and didn't use it until she was almost dead, right?
I think the other problem was Legion using heal too early. If she waited to wait for like the stun or anything, she could just take it off of herself instantly.
Yeah, so go back
Cole's gonna start ulti.
Yeah, I think he was trying to bait them into coming in, trying to grab someone with Centaur.
Wyvern's gonna heal Masco.
And this is where they just get.
That's a big Crystal Main ulti, but she will just die.
Yeah. I mean, once again,
on 5.
Yeah. She was standing in Firestorm.
Yeah.
So now I don't know why they're all buying back. They don't have ultimates. It's just your 2 supports.
Oh, Hook will barely miss.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Pudge gonna be the one that gets grabbed. I don't think he really cares. Oh, but this
he's gonna get frozen up.
Yeah,
he's just gonna.
That's gonna try to save him.
Won't do a whole lot. Natsu's gonna jump inside of the Underlord.
Give him the old rope-a-dope, you know. Move around. Oh, 2-man stun coming out really good though. But unfortunately,
pulled in. And Natsu will die.
Yep.
Well, they did get mid-rax for
basically
for
nothing.
2 heroes.
But here's the thing though, right? SK and Crystal Main just had to buy back. And CK disconnects. I don't know if... That's weird. He bought back and then disconnected. So I don't know if
probably
that was like...
issues. Maybe the game crashed after buying back.
Maybe this was the hero, or not the hero. Maybe this was the team that had the internet issues yesterday. You never know.
Pretty sure.
Meanwhile, this is an ugly CK set. Like, something's wrong with that mount. It looks really short. Like it looks like Stubbs, Stubbs McKenzie.
The low poly.
Stubbs McKenzie, dude. Yeah, so that was the player. Yeah. I guess Frost Nova, I think is who it is. Yeah. Who was having issues since last night. Who... Now, did he go back and grab this Midas? Like, I didn't even notice that.
I'm pretty sure he got it after the Echo Saber, yeah.
Which I feel like was a poor choice in items. Like, sure, you want to catch up, but...
I'm actually okay with it just for the fact of he had to split experience 3 ways. His lane did not go good, and his farm was kind of hindered. So like, I think he probably got after one of the fights where like 4 of them died. Most likely that fight actually fought him.
Okay.
I mean, what other item would he have gotten in that place that would have actually helped in this game?
I mean,
I think he should have got Armlet. I don't like Active Saber on CK. I feel like it is not a very good item.
I was the Armlet or get the Yasha, right? Preparing to go Manta.
Well, the problem with Yasha on him, though, is it only gives attack speed and move speed. It doesn't give damage. Well, Yasha gives a small amount of damage, right?
Well, I mean, Midas only gives attack speed, so I mean, it's not like the
worst
choice.
But the thing is, right, is like Midas will increase your experience gain and your gold gain. So
now, also gives him movement speed too. You know, kind of one of those things that CK needs.
Well, that's what I said. It gives him attack speed and movement speed. Doesn't give him damage.
Yeah.
The sad part about him being a strength hero.
I mean, he could have went S and Y, you know, instead of the Echo Saber.
Well, I feel S and Y on CK is not a great item. Like, I don't know. Disassembling it into Manta and Halberd's okay, but I think it's too slow.
Okay.
I feel like the Manta's. Right? I feel like Armlet Manta is still the best build for him currently.
Now Legion, by the way, sitting still on 10 dual damage, did get her blink, and now she's looking to go Ags. I can't quite agree with this Ags, other than literally to
she
stop
switched to BKB.
Okay, because I was like, if she was going Ags,
which is weird. I feel like Ags is still better because you get magic immunity when you EoT.
Yeah,
so.
But who is she gonna duel? Because she's not gonna win in these duels. Let's be honest. Like she has to do one-on-one, right? So it's basically like, who do you want to lock down for the amount of time?
Well, as I said, it's why you would probably do it to Wyvern.
Okay.
Or at the moment, because of Lifestealer's build, I'm pretty sure you do it to Lifestealer. Because the thing is, if you do the Lifestealer, Pudge is gonna have to jump out. He's gonna have to ulti you, and that'll just stop you from auto attacking. It won't stop like he won't do damage to you.
Yeah.
But then you have 2 people focused on a Legion who won't die in the duel.
Yeah.
Because of the current build on Lifestealer. If it was the Armlet Desolator build, I think Legion would be dying, but Legion most likely will live if she has Ags. Now he's going Desolator on Legion instead.
I think he
hasn't made up his mind. They're gonna find BTK.
But honestly, I don't think he cares.
Up the wall. He's really hard to kill right now.
Also, his Lifestealer was right there in the Ancients.
Sanking ulti onto BTK. BTK is actually taking a lot of damage, but he is healing.
It's gonna be a close one. Like,
he will die, but he already did a lot of damage before. This is one of those space-created moments.
The Hail Mary. Or do you mean
where you don't even mind dying.
Yep,
you just go.
No, I feel like this is.
I'm fine here.
I feel like that was 100% a BM disconnect, right? Like, well, maybe not.
Might be.
I mean, I don't know. The thing is, like, game's over. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on the validity of this, but at this point,
what internet company does he have again?
Digicel.
Digicel.
The team that screwed us over for that one Battle Cup.
Very good. I want my Battle Cup win back, by the way.
Yeah, because we were in Grand Finals, right? And then it went out.
Also, to make it even better, Cole has 255 bonus damage because of that Fiora.
Yeah. And that's without, you know, that, no, that's actually fine. But, what is Cole doing? Oh, Cole's going for bottom, okay. Meanwhile, the memes just keep on rolling out, you know, Lifestealer over here, finishing up his Radiant soon, not even going to contribute anything, you know. But honestly, this is, oh, he went inside of, okay, this is the ultimate meme right here, like, Cole, we didn't notice this, went all movement speed.
Yep. He's just gonna run at them.
Yep, they're gonna get slowed by the rot, take damage from the radiant, so he's not gonna care. I think he
also Underlord's like almost unkillable. That's the other thing.
Well, I was gonna say he should have taken maybe like one more tank item, right? But once he's level 25, yeah. But once he's level 25, he's definitely unkillable. 50 HP regen, like what do you do about that?
That's a free heart that works through damage.
Yeah. And here
they're gonna go on to the Wyvern.
Oh, holy crap!
Cole is actually taking a lot of damage, but he's just gonna use himself up.
And then hold him in place.
That's a 4-man Pit of Malice.
They weren't expecting that, and he's just gonna dive the fountain. No, Nasco, no, you're not that strong. Oh, Pudge's gonna start soaking up the damage. He's gonna eat the Pudge at the last second, probably.
They're gonna kill Legion and TP right out.
All got out, yep.
That is a 5-for-1 trade.
And
BTK is sitting at their fountain, dropping the wall.
Even though he knows they're not coming out anytime soon because they're all dead. And here comes the.
BTK said, "We need to build the wall," and that's what he did.
He constructed that wall. He's making sure they can't go across it, under it, or over it, or even around it up here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's gonna taunt them with items.
Pretty
True
much. I mean,
NA Dota.
that's their fault for putting that courier out there, though, right? Like, I mean, they tried to grab the items on the courier. Even though I think it would have mattered, right? I mean, the game's over. I think at this point you just call GG. There's no pride to be won. You know, normally you're like, oh, I can't do it for my pride. But, I mean, look at this, though. This is 2 people, and like, Cole's just going ham in there. He's gonna die. Oh, I forgot about that. They were inside him.
DK's gonna ulti, but to no avail. Yeah. Nothing happens. His illusions are hitting Nasco, but now all of his illusions are dead. And Legion's gonna give dual damage to the Pudge.
So Pudge actually finished more dual damage than Legion did this. Oh no, Legion got 24.
Just barely.
So that's game 1, by the way, with NLD
game
winning
1.
that.
Yep, game 1 of NLD versus Empire of Trolls.
Yep. Now, are you still going out, by the way, since it's like 3:15?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you for helping me out with this first game. It's looking like I'm gonna have Katachi.
You got some final thoughts on this game, though?
The memes.
CK and Legion were definitely not the picks. I feel like every other hero was okay.
I don't think Zeus was that great.
I mean, Zeus is okay, though. Like, his global presence is a vision hero, which they don't have at all. Like, if you want to scout if they're doing Roche, you just hit R.
Yep.
You can even use W if you're close enough. I just feel like having 2 melee cores against a Darkseer and a Lifestealer is very bad.
Yeah.
Especially with a Pudge on top of that to just control team fights. That would say NLD's are after me, is controlling team fights, letting Lifestealer do whatever he wants.
And also, I would say probably their other mistake was doing that aggro tri-lane.
Yeah, that aggro tri did not work out for them. Not as they expected, I don't think. I think they expected to do a little bit better.
Which, on paper, they could have done okay, right? Like, if you just don't target the Lifestealer, go for Winter Wyvern every time. Sure, it works out. But after they missed that first kill on the Winter Wyvern, just due to the hook, like, that kind of made it start going downhill real quick. Okay, well, once again, thank you all for tuning in to Game 1. I'm pretty sure Game 2 will be up soon. I'm going to go and let you go, so I can go ahead and get Katachi in here.
Alright.
Yep. So,
have a good day.
Yep, have fun doing whatever it is you do.
Yes, sir.
User disconnected from your channel. Muted.